Sorry if it will be like some time faster than you want, but I hope that taking some concept and then put it in practice. Dancing with the tempo, I will do my best to play more music, so we don't just dig and create the concepts in our head, but we a little more practical. So if we all assuming we getting slowly to the moment where we'll get on the floor and we'll have to dance it non-stop, we want to be able to move, to coordinate all our ideas in action, put them in action, and not be just in this analysis paralysis that we know 1,000 different items, but we cannot coordinate even 5 of them. Yeah. So a little combo for today where we start will be yes, he all remembers. I know you both remember. So it's a repetitive element, so we know how to do them. I'll put myself left and right. So first combination, we choosing the leg. We're starting on the left. We're doing 180 turn to the right, small back step because we want to get forward and forward. Yes. So half turn to the right, small step back because our agenda is to move ourselves forward. And the third step is a little smaller than the second because we want to stop ourselves. And now we do the same. If it's right leg, then we turn to the left. A small step back because we want to go forward and forward, extend our forward step. So let's do it one more time. 180, small step, extension, stop. Half turn, small step, extension, stop. Yeah, a couple more time. Half turn, stop your leg, extend, slow down. Half turn, back step, forward, slow down. The second combination would be same turn, but will be a little more active in sending our weight back because we'll have not a back rock, but we'll have back, close, forward. Yeah, so when we know that we have to change direction immediately, 1 count back, 1 count forward, we don't go fully and we don't go so far back. But when we know that we go for 2 counts, we go back. 2, 3, 4. We can give ourselves a bigger push. And we turn in. And we do the same. Big back step, closing, and going forward. Yeah, so let's do one more time. As we turning, we pushing with our standing leg, and we're ready to check how standing leg is allowing us to risk a little bit with this push, close, forward, push, close, forward. And again, turning, push, close, forward, turning, push, close, forward. Okay, let's do 2 elements together. Small step, like a back rock, and then extension twice, and then back, close, forward. Yeah, starting on the left, and ready to turn, and stop to push forward, and stop, push forward, push back, close, forward, push back, close, forward. Okay. Good. One more time. So immediately start noticing how, let's say, the first one, the turn, you know how to prepare it, core, everything. That activation on the glute is sooner. So when we want to redirect this energy, we straighten our legs sooner, placing the heel and activating the tone in our glute, the tone which will be redirecting us forward. Done. You can literally practice the task how little can be space between your standing heel and your moving toe. So how little the space can be for you to present the energy of the turn, stop and accumulate. It's like, I know, again, it's some movies, somebody preparing a big chart, some superhero, and another character catches it and sends it back. Yeah. So you're ready to strike your back leg with an unbeatable force, and your back leg saying, "Oh, easy, I can deal with it," and then send it. And power of your turn, in a very compact step for the extension. Ready. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Yep. And second option is staying much longer in the idea of pushing away from your leg. And the back one, the right one in this case, much longer receiving. So it's receiving. It didn't make any decision to stop the force, but it's absorbing it and allowing your standing leg to make this idea when you will roll the ball, like I know bowling, you don't know when it's stopped. You're just sending the force and the energy rolls the ball, carries it. So same with your leg. So don't place your leg. Just send your energy from the standing leg to the side. Yeah? And 2, 3, 4. Let's the idea of momentum. That if you create some acceleration, you can assume that your body weight will be capable of going a little further. If I just slowly showing you, okay, this is a step, then there is no way I can deliver myself fully. Only if I press through the back leg, but it's not that we want to do. So we're saying it's okay for some instances to give our weight acceleration from the standing leg to have a moment of like, what kind of movement is that? A free movement, not controlled by push or pull, but just flow. Whoa. Get there, yes, trust it. It's okay to give yourself permission as long as you can control it and go forward. And of course, our challenge would be to do the right amount of turning. So when we want to throw ourselves, let's get into the difficult part. Yeah, if you're staying over your left, and now you want to have momentum, but it's Marco, help me. What's the name of the sport where the guy's holding the big ball on the rope, and it is a thing? Is it a sledgehammer or hammer throw? I think is what it's called. Hammer throw. Okay. So hammer throw. Okay, Gene saying yes. Yes. Okay. Gene will be my encyclopedia. Yay. So think that it is really important for them to know when to release. Even on I remember watching some of the Olympics. Even on the Olympics, we remember that sometimes their release moment is wrong and the hammer throws into the net. So they need to be very precise so that their spinning force ending up in a linear, in the right direction. So this is we throwing our hammer linear. We don't want it to be thrown too soon, not too late. We want it to go right there. Ready. So preparing the turn in your core and go, and I want you to try a few times. A stronger push and balance on one leg. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Deborah, right away. Lift it right away, trusting. Knowing that your two legs can be, I don't know, think of a players on a basketball court. If they played well, one can really throw like a very fast pass, knowing that the other is capable to catch it and continue it. So same your two legs. You want to practice how a strong push from one can be caught by another one. Yep. Ready? So now same push, but don't lift your leg. Keep it on the floor. And now get into the communication between your right shoulder blade and your glute, and start collecting your foot and then go forward. So this step will be a little bit smaller than the one you did backwards because it didn't have any momentum. So we are not really accelerating, we pressing out. We can use all the force of spiral and push one leg, but there is no momentum. And now let's do other leg. I'm pretty sure this will be harder because most of the time we go back on another leg. Ready. Yep. And again, the amount of spinning effort or pivoting effort and the push. Yeah. Take the risk. You have to like fall and fall and fall, but every time push your hardest. Yeah, don't be careful and then like, oh, I'm in balance here, but we never created anything exciting. Ready. 4, 2. Yeah. And again. Turn and push. Deborah, maybe without bending the knee. So how we do it without bending the knee? We want to feel that part of the momentum going there is our previous movement. So how this momentum multiplied by rotation allows us to go back without bending the leg. So we can redirect this force. Look, I clarified it for myself, and immediately I feel that I did more accurate application. So let's see how we know that getting our weight from heel to the ball supposed to be done without any compromise in our knee. We know of stability in the ankle, we know of discipline in the glute, and as we go and pivoting, we already have the direction, active direction from the ball of the foot towards your shin, towards your hamstring. This will be the force to accelerate yourself. Yep. And just a couple more times. Push and close and go forward. And just one more time. Let me see it, please. Starting on your right here. Yeah, just this last item. 4 and 1 and 2. Yes, good, good. Bendy, I know it depends or something, but arrive on this. Be sure that your leg is straight, the one you arrive on. Look like it was a little bit bent. Yeah. And David, try to think how your chest sternum can stay a little more towards the ball of the foot, so you have a bigger space. Deborah, look at me for a moment. A bigger space to keep pushing. It is same as we'll be asking you, we'll give you this amount of wind up to throw the ball. You would not throw it too good. If I say, okay, more space, you will throw it much further. So if you don't allow yourself the room for the push, then it probably will be limited. But if the room for the push is greater, then your, yes, very nice. Let's just do a few times connecting left and right. The second option, step, close, step. Yeah, but we try to do it non-stop. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 4, 1. Okay, Jean, very good. Deborah, good, but I'm looking for further exploration of this bridge building. Yeah. Suzanne, try to have a little more under control the tone of your core. So the moment when you're turning, the discipline here in the collection, something which will help you to feel a better balance between groundedness and ability to move. So I can be so grounded that I feel that I stuck, in the sand. So I want to feel compression, but I also want to feel that this part is ready to be moved and to help me kind of spring out of my leg. Yeah, so it's a little bit sitting down and like heavy. Bonnie, you do a wonderful pushback, but I want for you, the task here will be to go from lines back into the meat. So after you do a beautiful push, you stay a little bit edgy. So think that you have an edgy moment, but then you want to get back into grinding and give me a contrast between push and then using the body. Yeah, Wendy, everything is accurate, but the point is to risk with some acceleration. That the pivoting and the step, they're not broken into analysis, but you try to do, okay, I'm turning and stepping up, and let it be inaccurate and narrow down your effort to be accurate. Yeah, one more time. Okay. Jean, I just like, okay, what for me? I'm happy with the compliment, but I want to do something with it. Jean, you a little bit, the step on 4 is something what can be like a third type of movement. Flowy and expressive, meaty and preparing the way, and 4 can be just a little more solid, like you feeling this straight, organized bones with your weight, and telling, okay, I'm ready for the new recharge. Yeah? Okay, good. We're doing it one more time, guys. Checking with you. Ready? 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and a little more movement to this and back. Extend the distance. Go a little bit further. Push 2. Yes, 3. Good. And 2 and 3. Yes, same. A little bit further. Not in a full control, but in some breeze. Push back. Yes. 3, 4, and 2, and 3, and 4. Yes. Marco, you a little bit. Look at me. If I'm doing the thing, turning, and how when you're pushing, you know that it's still done with this direction. And so if this direction is backward, then the counter force in your arm is forward. And this is something will stabilize, which is counterintuitive. So you think, oh, like my arm back will stabilize, but actually your arm forward will stabilize. Yes. So even, yeah, just a little thing. Let's all try and give ourselves a strong back push. If we'll describe standing leg, turns outwards. Yeah, this is outward spiral multiplied by the push from the foot. So this is the way I'm moving away. Yeah. So even if the step is extended, the condition between my legs are still inclined to be, I'm staying like this, I'm staying my left. So it's still a left spiral, let's say, it rolls down on the left. So it means that the moment when I'm landing, I should feel my right leg super close, like inwardly closed. And the opposition to this is your arm, your left arm forward. So you want to feel that this effort, left arm forward, you use it to counterbalance till the very end. It feels a little strange. My same arm, same leg forward, yes, but the spiral is different. So think of intentions. In your arm, it's a tension to go to the right, while in your pelvis, it's a tension to go to the left. So even if I'm kind of with the same arm, same leg, but the intention is different. In the pelvis, it's to be closed. In the frame, it's to be open. So now you had your opportunity to start opening the hip and opening the chest. Good. And so together here, and yeah. And now the hip can go out and arm later will go to the back space. Oh. Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, because that's when you're standing, you want to be.
Yes, yes. So we want to go counter, but in this particular case, it's slightly counterintuitive. It's a little hidden. Yes? Yeah, Jean. Okay, I want to see like you're in doubt. So let's check. So you're staying on your left, and you're turning your hip this way. And what's the counter? What's the intuitive action? Yes. So think that by the moment you will land, the intentions in your arm and in your hip are the same. They are preserved. Yes. So now when you're releasing the hips to the right, your arm would be in a good place to start counter action. Yeah. And you don't need this much. You just, yeah, this, okay. What you did now will be suitable if you're planning to do some switch or to keep going. Okay, let's do both options. First, back rock extension, and then back close forward. We'll do 2, 2, 2, 2. Yeah? Ready? Forward 1 and small extension, stop. Small extension, stop. And big close forward, big close forward, stop extension, stop extension, stop, and big close forward, big close forward. Yes, I did this. And okay, I count, you practice. I'm checking with my guys in the studio. Ready? Forward 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2. Okay, good. Exaggerate everything I'm saying. So your first back step is regular size. I don't see any difference between your first option and your second. You just practice this big push, and now you know that for the first one, there is no difference. Make it a clear difference. Smaller step, so you can chase Mark. And then Marco, and then on the second one, you chase Melissa. Yeah? Ready. And forward 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 1 and 2 and 3 and flat for the deep push. 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and small one and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay. So please, no bending on the leg. Find the force in your ankle. Find the force in your oblique to direct your butt, but don't do it through the bending. It's cheating. Melissa, for the first option, where you need to extend second step, you hardly can achieve it because you're not organizing a stop for your hip. You go small step and then you dance the hip this way. You keep dancing it backwards. The whole point is to catch your leg. Thank you for the model. Stop and then hold it in place so you can push other than forward. You're doing more to the back. Stop. Now, yeah, only away from this way. Mark, doing well so far. Try to see how a little preparation can make a more clear and a quick and efficient pass for the foot pivoting into the placement. If there is a prior frame, or then this can be a more elegant point turn. Yeah? Okay, ready. And I'm sure you found these advices I'm giving to the guys somewhat applicable to your awareness. Ready. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. 3, 4, 1 and 2. 3, 4, 1. Yes. Very similar. So this clarity, I want us to have it. Everybody, first option, smallest step. When you preparing and you do a little bit of your torso turn, you create at this moment, I already have pretty much enough to turn my pelvis and place the leg right away. So when I'm doing it, I feel my inner thighs like a scissors. You probably all had this experience when the screw between your scissors get a little loose and you try to cut something and you just like bending your paper. You want to press it against so it's actually cutting. Yeah? So think of your inner thighs. Yes, that's it, Deborah. This was different. Suzanne, I'm talking about the first option. Small step back. Feel that if there will be something between your thighs, you'll cut it. A slick cut. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. Good. Bonnie, you had a nice articulation of your hip. But if there will be just a little more tone, all the compression can, okay, for you, again, obvious life experience. Sometime we have a hand cream or we have a heating cream back from Russia. Somebody call it Chernobyl cream. But if it's in a metal, pack, sometime it's like having a little from bending. You're expecting the cream to get where it's coming, but it's like sticking from some hole on the side. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes. So, toothpaste. Think that somebody make a joke and make a little cut on your tube of toothpaste. And like, oh, I'm putting it on my toothbrush, but actually it's coming from somewhere from the back, where somebody make a joke and open the hole there. So we want your toothpaste, your juice to get in the right place, from the right. Your goes a little bit to the back, to your butt. Yeah, so now, whoop. Seal, yes. So seal the tone in your glutes and project forward. Whatever compression goes down, it sends you out. 2, 3, 4. Okay, Wendy, for you, when I'm placing it, I want to feel that I'm stuffing it right underneath me, and that there is a way for my weight to press into it to extend. So in some way, Deborah, you can just focus up. We all can do this. We can give ourselves a moment of arm lift. So I want you to do like this. I do it backwards to you. And 2. And then whatever will come down through your legs have to be invested into leaving the point, leaving the spot. Ready. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 2. And 3. And again. And up. Arm up. So feel the strength from the heel to the butt, to the core, to the shoulder blade, and whatever coming down, invested in going out. 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's it, that's it, that's it. And 2 and 3. Suzanne, step is too big. Much smaller back step, so I can see the bigger forward one. And back, extension forward. Yes. Yeah, Suzanne, still smaller step. Thighs together. Can you think that right through the middle of this length between the knee and the groin area? So here they already touching. Smaller step. Wendy, for you, the extension of the forward step is slightly challenging because you're not as organized in the spiral aspect. So if I'm not turning my pelvis, I feel very limited in the amount of projection. I cannot do more because my weight is leaving my standing leg. So that's it. I don't have more access to this energy. But if I am turning my pelvis, then I can leave, but also I can stay connected to the source. And this is where you can feel, oh, my extension. I still have access to the pushing energy from my standing leg. Yes, Jean, very good. Yes, Deborah, this is exactly what we was trying to solve earlier today. Small step and through the spiral extension. Yes, yes, very good. And even a smaller step. Yes, and next. Suzanne, why the second step is not extending? Small to extend your second step. Ready. Small, look, turning smallest and then extend out. Okay. Stay on your left. You're turning and you're doing a small step to the back. Small. 2. And now forward with your left. Extend, 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 extend. Good. Here. And now small to the back. Big to the front. 3, 4. Yes. Okay, got it. One more time, please. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 3 and 4. 1 and 3 and 4 and big. Go. Okay, it's okay, it's okay. We do again. I count. We do both versions, for first and second. And as you feel more confident, try to risk a little bit with the amount of impact into the first step and the ability to make a transition. So it's like if I would be clapping very loud, but then my arms would go immediately. So it's not that I clapped and then I stay frozen, or I need to like a moment to redirect it. So what? And then I'm doing some continuous work. So placing, and you're ready to continue with a new type of movement. And this transition will be increasing your quality as a dancer, that you can play with dynamics. You can surprise me with a line and then immediately drag me into your sensual world of desires. Yeah? Ready, so risk with the contrast, flat and extension. We're doing both versions. The second, push and feel the glide of the first step. Ready. Forward and wide. And way. Way. Whoa. 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 Da-da. Whoa. Da-da. Wow. Wow. Yes, better. Up. Melissa. Good guys. You're really not using much of your back potential. So let's say you push and collection is okay, but then when you're leaving, we're not talking about the biggest step, but their expression from the side you're staying on to the side you're traveling over. It looked to me that you're landing in a fairly square and unexciting shape. Okay? You ready? I don't know how your sound quality, but was my choruses helping you? Okay, good. Ready. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 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 and 2 and 3 and 4. Yes, very good. Congrats, well done. Of course, you will practice a little more consistency, a little more planning, a little more risk, but generally, we get to the point where you can make your dynamic decision be very clear, very visual, because you might think, oh, I'm doing very sharp step, but actually it's a little bit spread. Or you think, oh, I'm doing extension, but the previous one was so big that your extension didn't look like extension because it's just same as the previous one. So this is where explore a little bit more the clarity of it, compactness or extension really will make a difference in overall presentation of a variety of your movements. Okay, well done. So the following, I was just showing it like a simple cucaracha. We'll do it a little complicated cucaracha. So after your last step, you did 2 and 3, and you finish over your left leg. Here we'll do a 90-degree turn to go into cucaracha, and a 90-degree turn to go into step to the left, and a 90-degree turn to go into cucaracha, and a 90-degree turn to the step. What exactly we will try to practice? Okay, one more time. So on the left leg, and 2 and 3 and step, and 2 and 3 and step, and 2 and 3 and step, and 2 and 3 and step. So lately, I was stumbled at some discovery that it is not exactly obvious, some like anatomy of the movement, how we break it into small pieces. How in the change of direction, there two ingredients which we're not always aware of. And the first one is when you using stabilized position of your shoulder blade and frame and stabilized, really secure position of your foot. And then you're exploring the mobility of your middle part. And like especially, I believe especially, is from the ball of the foot to your hip. So that this structure is not frozen. It's not that I will just make it fixed and I use some external force to turn it. And I will be happy that I'm tightly organized. No. Right before, yes, Gina, I'm happy you get my little humor. I'm organized. Somebody came here, move me. Nobody's coming. Let's all, there is another little, measure, tape measure. So I put it right to my heel, under my heel. And I want you to think of this line and how, so I keep it in exactly same part of my leg. And you can see that this line is diagonal forward. And then when I'm thinking, so the mobility between heel, which is not, okay guys, here, the mobility between heel, which is not moving anywhere, and my other two bones, shin and the hip bone, which can, or I can do it, maybe it will be a different presentation. So I'm holding it in place, and now I'm moving it. Yeah, this part is in place. This is me before the turn. Now, we don't need to invite Marco to hold it. You trust me. So this is the mobility I want you to explore, because you want to create initial acceleration inside your body to then follow with the pivoting of your foot. So if, again, we often, you know, I'm talking about segments or this flow of the whip, how consecutive levers help to accelerate. So here's the same thing. When we starting with this, we can have motion which allow us then to follow with the twist of our hip and be and quick and meaty and dynamic and all of it. So for example, yeah, Jean, you now was doing a little bit wrong. You was doing this part. So how you can start your hip movement against stabilized, secured frame. So if you'll try to do the best collection without pivoting. Yes. And again, just be a little bit forward. So the resource to push away from the ball of the foot is the weight of your chest. So the weight of your chest is there, and you can push your hip. Good. And now feel that somewhere in the middle of this movement, you deciding to pivot your foot too. But yes. Okay, let's do it. We'll do it like this. For every change of direction. We have 4 of them. First, second, third, fourth. So for each of these 4 changes of direction, we'll go in 3 attempts. We'll be slowly checking the mobility of this area against stable shoulder and stable ankle. Slow exploring the mobility. Doing it faster without pivoting. And then actually pivot and do the same here. Slowly exploring the mobility, fast, exploring the speeding up of my butt away from a stable ankle, and then the full thing. Acceleration with the turn. And here again, slow exploration, fast movement without any wobbling in the ankle, any pivoting. So if you feel that your foot is doing like this underneath, a little blinking, don't. It has to be absolutely stable. And the third is butt and the foot. Good. And hip rock, and here the same. Collecting. Okay, doing it together. Yeah? So we all starting on the left and front. Frame is slightly to the left. So it's not perfectly in front of me. It's like, so you see my arm. So that twisting crazy, but I know that it has to be helping me and exploring how far I can move my butt towards you. For you, it's away from the screen. How much I can do it faster. And then faster with the twist. 2, 3, slow exploration, fast, fast and step. Slow exploration, quick and move. Slow exploration, fast, fast and pivot your foot. Ready? Staying on the left. Everybody wrong. What should I do different? Let's do it different, my dear students. Let's put your right leg in front and let's feel that by the moment when we try to prepare back position, you will set your weight like this. Yes. Remember me with the tape measure. You can all remember your course of geometry, your school geometry basics. If I'm staying on this leg, and so between my ankle and the tape measure, the angle more than 90 is bad. It means it's bad for pivoting on this leg. 90 is already okay, but not enough, because we expect to be less than 90, because we expect to explore this movement from less than 90. You clear? You understand what I'm saying? The degrees, the geometry, the angles. So perpendicular is 90 degrees. So between my foot and the tape measure is 90 degrees. Yes? This is more than 90. Understood? This is less than 90. Yes? Clear? Okay, Mark will definitely them. Okay, so please, each of you, start with less than 90 between your ankle and between the floor and the imaginary line of your leg. Good. Because now you will be exploring how you're passing through 90 and a little bit to like a spiral in this 90. And again, Whoop, same but faster. Gene, don't fall into the hyperextended knee. A little more support from your calf, forward. So good, but then when you go here, I'm like, this will not help you for a better turn. So work it, but be sure that it's active. So when you will turn, it will be ready. Yes, like this, please. Ready with me. 3 attempts. Slow exploration, fast without pivoting, fast with pivoting. Ready. Slow. In, slow out. Fast. In, out. Yeah, good. And turn. And 2. And 3, slow exploration, closing, recovering, check the less than 90 or more than 90, between the floor and the line of your left thigh. Yeah? So I just did like you, I could 2, 3. So now it's about my standing leg here. Yep. So is it 90 or it's less than 90? So you have a range of motion to explore it. Yes, thank you. Ready? So slow exploration. 2, good, quick, stop. And now quick and turn. And 4. Good. And slow exploration. Slow, not bad, yes. Deborah, be sure that the standing leg moves first and the free leg follows it. So it's like, think that from the floor and from the shoulder blade, you pressing towards each other, and it creates a spiral action in your standing leg. Yes, and then the free leg follows it. Whoop. Hi, Marilyn. And so ready, everybody looking to your right, staying on your right leg. Sorry, to the left. I'm sorry, to the left. To the left. You make just a step to the left over your right leg. Right leg, step to, yes, like this. And Gene, left, side, right leg. Yes, here. Ready, slow exploration, quick exploration, and now, and here, 2, and 3, let's do only 2. Slow exploration, quick with a pivot. Slow exploration, step. Slow exploration, kukaracha. Slow exploration, turn. Slow exploration, turn. Turn, slow exploration, push, slow exploration, turn, turn, slow exploration, hip and twist, slow exploration, hip and twist. Yep. Okay. So let's just quickly repeat the combination. So next on Saturday, if I forget, you will remind me what we're doing. Yeah. So staying on the left, and small step, extension, normal step, small step, extension, forward step. Risking, pushing back, close, normal step, pushing back, close, normal step. Kukaracha, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. And the last element would be crab walks. 2 and 3 and 4. And then why not syncopation to go reverse? 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, I remember. I'm sure you remember it too. And welcome back. We're starting on a good note. I think a part of my excitement was to keep building up, because for every teacher, The accomplishment of the student is a fun part, is exciting part, like just a confirmation of things done well, but also the stepping stone to try and give new information, to try and make more complicated concepts and keep growing. So being just in a place in the same level, it's not as exciting. It might be a little boring. So part of my excitement of starting this new year is all the experience you already have. So I can build up your audience and I can have more fun offering you something more tricky and more in-depth. Let's take a little break and we'll continue with our next class in just a few minutes.